Yes, and welcome back to the last and final match of this afternoon. The mixed doubles between the Koreans Kim Dok-young and Go Ah-ra against, once again, Danny Krishnanta from Singapore and his partner Vanessa Neo. Yeah, it's smiles all over. Great to see. And I don't know if you noticed that the Korean player, the women player, Go Ah-ra, was holding her left hand to her neck, and when I saw them play yesterday, she was having a little bit of trouble in the women's doubles, and she was quite heavily strapped on the shoulder neck and had to pull that strapping off sort of later into the match. Look at that, once again, here we see it. I'm not sure she's 100%, but let's hope and let's see. Looking forward to this mixed doubles, the final match of this afternoon. And if we start with the more experienced pair, we have the number 3 seeds from Singapore, Danny Krishnanta and Vanessa Neo. And they have been playing a lot this year. I think they are up to about 15 tournaments, and must say that the last 3-4 tournaments, sorry, not 3-4 tournaments, but 3-4 months has not been the best for this combination. They have lost the first round in all tournaments, including the World Championships in August, since then. And last time they had a good performance was in the Australian Open Superseries, where they got to the quarterfinals in June this year. The opponents from Korea, a very young pair, 23 years old, is the male Kim Dok-young, and his partner is 22 years old. They have no ranking history at all, because this is their first tournament together. And what a lovely performance they've had so far. Had to work really, really hard in the first 2 matches, winning 21-19 in the first and the third game, and the second match it was 21-18 in the third game. But apart from that, they have played really well, good fighting combination. Looking very much forward to see what they can do here. And here we have the umpire, Daniel Law from Hong Kong, and Justin Su from New Zealand as the service judge.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Danny Bauer Krishnata and Yu Yan Vanessa Neo, Singapore. And on my left, Kim Dok-young and Go Ah-ra, Korea. Yuyan Vanessa Neil to serve to Go Ara. Level. Play.
And here
One love.
we have the mixed doubles on its way. And Singapore securing.
Service over.
The first
1
point,
all.
but that's very quickly reduced. And 2-1 for Korea.
2-1.
And this we will see a lot. The Singaporean combination, they love their attacking play.
2-all.
Vanessa Neo really good at the net, and you will see Krishnanta working very hard from the back. And I saw them play a lot in Glasgow at the Commonwealth Games. They were a big part of the Singaporean team to actually win the team bronze, which was a little bit of a surprise for everyone, but they had a wonderful performance. Unfortunately, in the individual events, they did not manage to secure a medal for Singapore, but they had a very good tournament in Glasgow. And that's what we will see a lot, that Krishnanta is driving these flat smashes cross-court, and he's doing that a lot, whether it's cross-court from the backhand side or cross-court from the forehand side. So let's see whether that is something that will happen again today.
5-3. Service over. 4-5.
Yeah, good cross-court smash here by Kim Dok-young.
6-4.
Driving it cross-court at Vanessa Neo and hitting her at the right hip, where it's so difficult. But this was very interesting. I don't know if you noticed how Go Ara rushed towards the net as and when Vanessa Neo was going to play that block shot to the net, and that really put her under so much pressure that she actually missed it. Very interesting. It's also how you move, as you would say in football, off the ball as well. It means a lot. A very, very active
Service over. 5-7.
Go Ara at the net is showing great promise for this match.
Service over. 8-5. Service over. 6-8.
So hopefully for the Singaporean combination here, that Danny Krishnanta is serving better than as what he did in the men's
Service
doubles.
over. 9-6.
Earlier this afternoon, that was the first match when him and his partner Chayut Triachat won the men's doubles, against the young Indonesian combination. But he had some service mistakes in that match, and hopefully for the Singaporeans that is not continuing in this match. But so far we have a little bit of a surprise on our hands. 9-7 for the Koreans.
8-9.
Yeah, good shot by Vanessa Neo. And that's almost textbook mixed doubles play by Danny Krishnanta. Tried to look at the cross-court block shot he played into that open space. He got the lift and attacked Guara straight away and finished it on the second shot. Really textbook, very well played.
Service over, 10-9.
And that's the second service mistake
Over,
by Kim Dok-young. Surely he's not happy with that. So 10-all. All will go to the interval with an 11-10 lead, and that goes to Korea. So it's interesting to note that Guara is definitely not a newcomer to the game, despite she's only 22 years old. She has been as highly ranked as 9 in the world in the women's doubles with Yu Hei-won, and that was in December 2013. Her partner, Kim Dok-young, is somehow a new addition to the international circuit. Not many results from him, and obviously this match is having no previous head-to-heads either.
11-10. Play.
And once again, Vanessa Neo
Service over. 11
played a net shot that caught the top of the tape. Good interception here by Vanessa Neo.
12,
starting
11.
to stamp a little bit of authority at the net here by Vanessa Neo.
Thirteen, 11.
Yeah, big opportunity.
12, 13.
And surely she knew. So it's all about this very, very important service situation. The serve, the return, and the third shot. That's the third shot. And that is called in.
Out.
That is, the umpire is overruling that one.
14, 12.
It was called in, but the umpire overruled it and called it out. And it was point for Singapore.
Service over. 13, 14.
And I don't know if you noticed that Guara is very vocal And she has been all tournament. Actually, yesterday she was cautioned by the umpire for doing that, and was actually given a yellow card for trying to intimidate her opponents and really being too loud.
Service over, 15-14.
Yes, somehow the Koreans have to find an answer to these relentless attacks from the Singaporeans. They really have to try to play a little bit softer shots now and again, try to find the mid-court areas, because that's what they're doing now. I know they're only 16-14 down, but they are playing it straight into the hands of Dani Krishnanta, who loves these flat drives and interchanges and so on. So a little bit softer approach to this. That is exactly what I was talking about. Playing that return of serve into the mid-court area, a soft shot that gave Krishnanta nothing to work with.
Service over, 17-15. Service over.
String gone in the racket. 17. I don't know if you could see it on the pictures there. And I think that Kim Dok-young was quite lucky to get away with that. So 16-17 it is. And still anyone's call.
All. Service over, 18-17.
A very nice serve by Vanessa Neo here at a crucial stage in this first game. 19-17 up now.
Service over, 18-19.
Seems to be a little bit of a weaker spot for Vanessa Neo on that backhand side. She's missed a few in her interception on the backhand side, so maybe that's something that the two Koreans should try to explore or exploit a little bit more.
Service over, 20, game points 18.
And game point has arrived. 2018 to game points for Singapore, for Dani Krishnanta and Vanessa Neo. And that's going wide. Can you believe that? One of his absolute favourite shots was missed, and oh, look at his face, look at his expression. He just hates it. Cannot believe he's missing this one. Look at that. There's an open space. Unbelievable he missed it. 19-20. Well defended by the Koreans. They certainly needed it. What a rally. What a way to finish this first game. Danny Krishnanta and Vanessa Neal is taking the first game here, 21-19. Straight away apologizing. And look at Kim Dok-young. He's lying on his back behind his partner. Very entertaining. Good badminton here. Nice to watch. Wonderful, aggressive badminton. And here we got the confirmation, 21-19. And the duration of the match so far has been 15 minutes.
Twenty seconds. 20 seconds. Second game.
So we are ready for the second game here.
Service over. 1 love. Love. Three love. Service for core. Service over. Kim. Too high. Too high. 1-3.
So a very good start for the young Korean combination here. 4-1 up. And obviously that's also the kind of start that's needed to secure that self-confidence it takes to win semi-finals like this, especially when you're young and up-and-coming combination. Look at that, that's perfect. Oh, what a save by Vanessa Neal here. Look at Goara, she cannot believe that one came back.
3-4. Service over, 5-3. Six, 3. Play.
Yeah, that's what I've talked about earlier.
Service over, 4,
Trying to
6.
mix it up, not only fast and furious, but also playing these softer shots can be very effective. And here we have a service fault
Over, 7-4.
by Danny Krishnanta. And hopefully for the Singaporeans, this will not continue. As I said earlier, he did do that quite a lot in the first match of this afternoon in the men's doubles. But the Singaporeans still managed to pull through. What a fighting spirit here by Kim Dok-yong,
Service over,
but all in vain.
5,
Still
7.
wonderful attack by the Singaporeans. Look at that, perfect. Possibly slightly too short. And Krishnanta here in the picture, able to put it away. And as usual, we need the court to be wiped for the perspiration.
Play.
Good flick serve. And that's going
Service
wide.
over, 8-5. Kim.
Kim Dok-yong was not happy with that flick serve, and he straight away pointed it out to the service judge. But the umpire won't have it. So all back in line. Yeah, once again we see how effective
9-5.
the softer shots are in the mixed doubles. Really very well executed by Kim Dok-yong here. And suddenly we have a healthy lead for the for the Koreans. 9-5 now, 9-6.
6-9. Service over, 10-6.
Yeah, Danny Krishnanta almost tempting faith here. I think he likes to play what I just argued a good case for, that play softer shots, but he played it from a very low position, which made it quite difficult, and he was under pressure most of the time. And that put himself in trouble. Let's see if he can reverse that. 10-6 up for the young Koreans. Oh, look at that. That was a very, very good rally.
Interval.
Ending up with Krishnanta in the picture here. completely misplacing his match. It was way out, absolutely way out in badminton terms, and that takes the Koreans to 11-6 to this mid-game interval.
Twenty seconds. 20 seconds. 11-6. Play. Service over. 7-11.
So will the Singaporeans be able
Service over. 12-7.
to come back from this situation? Or is 12-7 too good a lead for the Koreans? We will see. Time will tell. Well, I think it's interesting to watch that. I think the Koreans are dictating the pace and the power of this game. It seems like the two Singaporeans, Krishnanta and Vanessa Niu, is looking more happily trying to defend it and not playing as aggressively as what they did in the beginning of this first game. So 13-7 up, and that's a very, very good lead for Kim Dok-young and Go Ara.
It's over. 8-13. Service over. 14-8. $15-8.
So I can't help wondering a little bit here. We have the man in the picture shaking his head, not completely satisfied with his performance. Has it been too tough for this gentleman to play two events, playing the men's doubles earlier this afternoon, and now the mixed doubles as the last match of the afternoon? Is he able to sort of generate the power and pace, or is he mentally drained after having played the first match? Tough to say, but I must admit, is some of the thoughts I'm sitting here with. While the Singaporeans are trailing 16-8 in the second game, and the power and the pace from the first game seems just to disappear.
9-16.
See, this is much, much better, but it's also a lot harder work. But that's what it takes. That's exactly
10-16.
what it takes for the Singaporeans to come back into this match. They have to be on the attack. They have to take initiative. Otherwise, these two young Koreans, they're just taking it away from the Singaporeans. Here we see some strapping at the back of the leg. of Guara, just behind her right knee. That is really proactive play by Guara. The way she's following up on that one is perfect. Look at that. See how she's storming in, covering that net shot and doing it so well.
Service over, 11-17.
And once again, that service letting Krishnanta down. Once again. Seems to be really one of the weaker points in this game. And it's quite interesting. Just the other day, I spoke to an Englishman here in Macau watching the games, and he called it cervitis, and I didn't understand what he called it. And it was obviously some kind of inflammation to the serve. And you know, as and when you get it, it's so difficult to change it.
Game points, 11.
When confidence in your serve is disappearing, it's so difficult to change it. That was just a new expression, and now I've given it to the rest of the world.
Game.
And while I've been sitting here talking,
21-11.
Kim Dok-young and Guara secured the second game, 21-11. And the game has been in progress for 31 minutes. Will the Singaporeans be able to pull themselves up here? Because I certainly think they need it. On the other hand, I think the Korean pair is gaining more and more confidence as the game progresses. And confirmation here, 19-21, 21-11. All to play for in this third and deciding game of this afternoon. And I do hope you enjoy it just half as much as I do.
Twenty seconds. 20 seconds. Final game, love all, play.
And that was a very brave start to this third game. Flick serve from Guara did the trick and caught Krishnanta off guard, and one love for the Koreans.
Service over, 1-all. Service over, 2-1. Service over, 2-all.
And this is where Krishnanta is so good driving these cross-court shots. And obviously not to give him that opportunity. But 3-2 for Singapore. Yeah, beautifully played by Krishnanta here. Playing it back towards where Guara was coming from. Created the confusion between the two, and here we see the strapping, the heavy strapping on the left shoulder of Guara. Yesterday she had to pull it off, and soon I think she's got to pull it off her again. But let's see.
5-2.
That must be so annoying to play with.
Service over, 3-5. Service over, 6-4.
Yes, and I think they need the court to be mopped as well. So it's a good opportunity just to towel down.
Thank you.
But a nice little lead here for the Singaporeans, 6-4 up. And if they can add on a little bit more pressure now, they might be able to zoom off and get into the mid-game interval very quickly. That's what I mean, you know, really opt the pace here, go for the attack, try to score the points as quickly as possible without going too panically. And let's see how it goes. 7-4 up for Singapore. Oh, what a good shot by Kim Nok-young here. That drive, that forehand drive was a wonderful shot.
5-7.
Yeah, we just did not manage to see it, but very nice interception by Guara here. Closing the gap to 2 points. So both the Singaporean players here looking for the umpire to overrule that one, but I actually feel, even though that it's not the best of angles, that slow motion picture told it all. It was definitely in. That's out, so 7-4 has suddenly become 7-all. And Korea is back in the picture.
Service over.
Good and positive return into that deep forehand corner by Vanessa Neo. Well spotted. Yeah, but that was a very nice serve by Krishnanta this time. Forced a a shorter lift. And not only that, he placed it so well on the right hip of Guara.
Ten, 7.
So the Koreans had to fight very hard to close the gap from 7-4 to 7-all. And within a split second is 10-7 for the Singaporeans. So once again, a 3-point gap.
11,
And now it's a 4-point gap, and there's change of sides. So obviously the second half of the semi-finals today will
20 seconds.
Start later
20 seconds.
tonight at 7 o'clock.
Danny.
And we will then find out who the various winners of this afternoon is going to play.
Eleven, 7. Play.
And we will obviously be with you again tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock, where we are
8, 11.
broadcasting from the finals of the 2014 Macau Open. And what a great week it has been so far. Lots of wonderful badminton and great for the fans to watch. And I've seen on occasions that it's been in the news over here as well.
Service over. 12, 8. Service over. 9, 12.
So it's a lot more proactive
Service over.
and a lot more
13, 9.
aggressive. Chris Nanta and Vanessa Neal playing here 13-9 up in the third and deciding game. And are they just about to create the final gap between the two pairs? Good attack once again by Chris Nanta.
14, 9.
So just like yesterday, Guara is asking the umpire if she can remove the tape from her left shoulder and neck. As I said earlier, I thought that must be hugely uncomfortable to play with. Yeah, well left, and a little bit of trickery here
15,
by
9.
Danny Krishnanta. Maybe we will get in slow motion, who knows? Wonderful shot, saved the rally for the Singaporeans, and 15-9 up. Yeah, good shot by Kim Dok-young here. Created some indecision between the two Singaporean players. Well saved, really well saved. And well out of trouble. And a good call by Kim Dok-young here to his partner. Got so well out of trouble. Saved the point for Korea. And it's 11-15.
Service over. 16.
But what we see
11.
now from Chris Nanta and Vanessa Neal is the urgency that was lacking in that second game. He's suddenly back here and having a good lead of 5 points and only 5 points away from victory and a place in the final tomorrow. Oh, that's going out, that's going wide. Very, very ambitious shot by Chris Nanta here.
16.
I'm sure he's kicking himself for that one. That's unbelievable. Try to have a look at this one. Unbelievable. He's not happy. He's not a happy man.
Play. Service over. 17-12.
So just 3 points away from victory. And suddenly serving so much better. It's not only that shot from Chris Nanta here, but I hope you noticed the way he was playing that drive flat down the line, the way he was following up as well, ensuring that to cover that front court of the net. And that was good play by Chris Nanta.
Service over. 13-19.
So for the Koreans, it's 5-12. See if they can catch up. Seen twice before today in the women's doubles, where a lead of 19-13, 19-14 has been caught up and reversed. It's unbelievable. And that was the first one. Really well played by Gowara.
19.
Very nice interception here. That's out, yes.
Service over.
That's very, very unfortunate
Match point
for the Koreans. And
14.
Gowara here, she played the right shot, she made all the right moves. But look at that, how she covered the net, and desperately unlucky to play that too long on the baseline. So 6 match points coming up, 20-14.
Service over. 15-20.
So the first match point saved by the Koreans. But this is not easy. Very positive return by Krishnanta. He loves to play that cross-court drive. Oh, that's a beauty. Very well played by Goara.
16-20.
Suddenly taking the pace completely out of that shot and directing it cross-court. That was very well spotted. Look at that. That's a perfect shot. 2 match points saved. And a flick serve here. And the 3rd match point saved.
17.
Will it be possible to get all the way to 20? Saving 6 match points. The umpire urging the players to get ready. Continuous play. An enormous urgency in whatever happens now. That is a wonderful match we're watching once again. Look at this rally, look at the commitment. Fighting all the way, that's perfect. Oh, I thought that was going wide. But here it was secured by Vanessa Neal at the net. To the final score, 21-17 in 52 minutes.
Match won by Danny Bauer, Krishnata, Yu Yan, Vanessa Neal, 21-19, 11-21, 21-17.
And here we have match point. Look at the desperation, how well that, I thought that was going wide. And here the winning shot from Vanessa Neal. And confirmation of the scores, 21-19, 11-21, 21-17 in just 52 minutes concludes this afternoon's play. And we started off this afternoon with the men's doubles. It was a close match, but the more experienced players won. The runners-up from the Commonwealth Games, Danny Krishnanta and Chayut Triachat from Singapore, beat the younger Indonesian pair of Wahyu Nayaka and Adi Youssef. That was followed by the women's singles. It was an impressive attacking play by PV Sindhu, the 2 times bronze medalist from the past 2 World Championships, and she won 21-14, 21-15 in 41 minutes. That was followed by men's singles. That was exactly 1 hour's play, where Wong Wing Ki of Hong Kong won 21-16, 16-21, 21-12. That was followed by the match of comebacks. Unbelievably, that was so good. The young combination from China won 24-22, 21-19. And the bronze medalist from Malaysia from this year's Asian Games did not make the finals of tomorrow. Finally, we had this wonderful mixed doubles match. Great game where Danny Krishnanta and Vanessa Neal beat Kim Dok-young and Go Ah-ra from Korea 21-19, 11-21, 21-17 in 52 minutes. I do hope that you have enjoyed this afternoon with us. Please join us again tomorrow at 2 o'clock local time. That is GMT 0600, when we will be back with more action from this year's finals of the 2014 Macau Open. From myself, Morten Frost, and the rest of the crew. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to semi-finals day at the Macau Open 2014. A tournament part of the Badminton World Federation Grand Prix Gold Series, a tier just below Super Series levels. We are in Macau, the island just outside Hong Kong, known as the Las Vegas of Asia. Beautiful historic buildings alongside the best modern technology has got to offer. The multiple sport pavilion in the heart of the city with a spectator capacity of approximately 3,000 people. A tournament dating back to 2006 and a permanent fixture of the International Badminton Grand Prix Gold Series since 2007. A tournament having a total prize money fund of 120,000 US dollars, and for the first time we have live broadcasting from this event. And as you can see, we have a very exciting lineup for you this afternoon, and it's starting off with the men's doubles, Wahyu Nayaka and Adi Yussuf of Indonesia, against the runners-up from the Commonwealth Games, Dani Krishnanta and Chayu Triachat of Singapore. This is followed by the women's singles, Busanan Ongbong of Thailand, up against the 2 times bronze medalist from the World Championships, PV Sindhu of India. Then followed by the men's singles, HS Pranoy of India against Wong Wing Ki of Hong Kong. This followed by women's doubles, the young Chinese combination, Wu Dongni and Yu Xiaohan, up against Vivian Hu and Wong Ki Wei, the bronze medalist at this year's Asian Games. And then finally followed by the mixed doubles, Kim Dok-young and Gu Ara from Korea against, once again, Dani Krishnanta and Vanessa Neal of Singapore. And here we have the way to the semi-final. And as you can see, we are concentrating on the lower part of the draw. And this is the last tournament of the 2014 Grand Prix Gold Series. A total of 10 tournaments this year, and it all started in Lucknow, India in January.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2014 Macau Open Badminton, part of the BWF Grand Prix Gold Series semi-final. The first match of the day is men's doubles. Let's welcome the technical officials and players.
And the announcement was made, and players and officials are just about to take the courts and ready for the first semi-final of this afternoon. And we have the 2 Indonesians, Wahyu Nayaka and Adi Yussuf, coming onto court first, followed by Dani Krishnanta and Chayu Triachat of Singapore. And first we will have a presentation of the players by this speaker in the stadium here. And the umpire from Malaysia, and the service judge is Judy Brusula of the Philippines.
Players from India, Wahyu Nayaka, Aya Makari Amira, and Adi Yussuf against players from Singapore, Andy Bawa, Krishnata, and Chayu Triachat.
And we're getting ready to toss the coin, choice of ends. who to start to serve just before they have a 2 minutes warm-up, and then we're ready to commence this first semi-final of the day. And I have a feeling the Indonesians, they won the toss and chose ends. And they chose the fast end. I've been following the tournament obviously all week, sitting here in the stands and watching the players play. And as I understand it, and that's what I've been seeing, it's a fair draft from one end to the other. And it looks like the Indonesian chose to go and have the fast end first. And in the picture, the two Singaporeans, it's Danny Krisnanta closest to the picture here. And he's, here we got him in the picture. He's he will turn 26 years in December. And he's actually born in Indonesia and became a citizen in Singapore in 2013. His partner, Chayut Triachat, is born in Thailand and became a citizen in Singapore in 2010. Here we've got him in the picture. So two players born outside Singapore, now representing Singapore since either 2010 or 2013. And to their opponents, two Indonesians, very young, Wahyu Nayaka, the more stocky one of the two players, is 22 years old, and his partner, Adi Yusuf, here in the picture,
Ready to
the
play?
more slim one, is only 21 years old and born in Surabaya, East Java. And we are about to commence. And what I said earlier, it seems like the two Indonesians has chosen ends. And let's get play to start. I will then talk about the players' performance, the combinations performance, and when we get off to a start. And here you can see the umpire from Malaysia and the service judge from the Philippines.
Ready? Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Danny Bawa Kristanta and Chayut Triachat, Singapore. And on my left, Wahyu Nayaka Arya Pangkayanira and Adi Yusuf, Indonesia. Chayut Triachat to serve to Wahyu Nayaka. Love all, play. Service over. 1 love.
So here we have Adi Yusuf serving to Krisnanta.
2 love.
That was good serving by Adi Yusuf. And that's called in as well.
3 love.
So what a good start for the Indonesian combination. Yeah, and here we see what
Service over.
Chayut Triachat
1,
is all
3.
about. He is so very good from the front of the court, and here we had a very fine example of it, how he was able to finish and intercept from the front of the court. The
2, 3.
Singaporean pair best result was possibly getting a silver in this year's Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. And they won the Sri Lankan Open Challenge tournament also in 2014. Got to the China Masters Grand Prix Gold semi-final, and they won in the Malaysian Grand Prix Gold as well earlier this year. So 4 very fine performances this year of the pair from Singapore. The ranking at the moment is 27, and that's actually the best ranking ever. So they are at the highest of their career so far, but who knows what will happen in the future. They have been playing very well this year, so let's see if they can make it all the way to the final of this tournament in Macau.
Six, 3.
And their opponents from Indonesia serving here this time. It was short.
Service over.
They got to the Indonesian Masters semi-final in September this year, and they won the Dutch Open in 2013. And their world ranking at the moment is 36, and the best ranking was in November 2013, when they were all the way up to 22 on the world ranking.
Service over. 7-5.
Great deception by Yunayaka. Oh, what a miss. What a miss.
8-5.
Chayo Triachat desperately unhappy with that. Look at that. Here we had it in slow motion. So the Indonesians maintain their 3-point lead, 8-5 up. A nice flick serve here. And once again, Triachat intercepting at the net. That's where he loves to stand at the front of the court, and having his partner Krishnanta working very hard at the back and trying to maintain the attacks as best as possible for him to intercept.
Service over. 9-6.
Well left by Krishnanta.
Service over. 7-9.
And not only is there a drift alongside the court, but there's actually also a sideway drift, and it's going to the right of the camera here. And obviously this shot was going with the drift, and that's why Krishnanta was very confident to leave it.
10-7.
So the Singaporeans here desperately trying to close the gap.
8